Hey, this is Mike here at OnPoint, and thanks for joining us on setting up an ODBC DSN for Spectrum's InfoLink. So to get started, I'm going to click on my Start menu, and I'm going to simply type in 32, and that will take me to ODBC Data Sources 32-bit. Now, if you've got 64-bit Office installed on your system, you'll want to go to the 64-bit version of that driver. So that takes me to the ODBC maintenance window. Next, I'll click on System DSNs, and I'll hit Add. And then, I'll tell you what, I'll just scroll down to SQL Server. Hit Finish. I'll give it a name. Let's call it OnPoint. Same description. Now the server is going to be the URL that you use for Spectrum without the HTTPS. So ours is simply onpoint.dexterchaney.com. And you hit Next. You'll click SQL Server Authentication. Then you'll go down to Client Config. And you want to make sure that dynamically determined port is not checked and that the port is 1433. Otherwise, leave the defaults. And then on the login ID, you'll remember from a separate session, our user was OnPoint, and we set that up for CCD. So the login ID is the combination of that three-company character code that we set up in InfoLink and the user ID. Burn that into memory. Three-company character code that we'd set up in InfoLink and the user ID that we'd set up in InfoLink. And then I'll give it my password and I'll hit Next. Now it's validating there. If the creds were bad there, we'd know it. Go ahead and leave the defaults at this screen, the defaults at that screen, and on this next one, we'll test data source. And woohoo, we're completed successfully. We're connecting to the data. I'll hit OK, OK, and OK, and we've successfully set up ODBC to touch our Spectrum data in the SQL Server, subject to the credentials and the permissions that we had set up in InfoLink. Join us on the next video where we'll jump into Microsoft Access and grab that data. Thanks for joining.